Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought that it would be cool to kind of share with you guys what we are implementing this year for our Bible class. Now it changes daily pretty much, so I thought that it would be kind of fun to share with you guys, to give you guys an idea if there was something that you would be interested in using for your homeschool. So today, if you noticed, it's easier for me to film here other than in my homeschool room. This is an enclosed room, so it's easier with the kids and the puppies. So that's why the background is not my homeschool room. But I thought that it would be easier to kind of discuss and not have all the noise. Now, getting started, I'm just going to kind of walk through with you guys from Monday to Friday on what our day looks like for Bible. I do have notes because we're only our 4th week in, so we're actually 3 weeks in. We start our 4th week. So I'm still kind of getting the rhythm down. You know what I mean? We have a lot going on. So bear with me. So basically, I do Bible with my 5th grade daughter and my 9th grade niece. My son, who's in kindergarten, is learning Bible through his video with Abeka. That is what my daughter did. So I'm kind of like following in her footsteps. You know what I mean? I'm just following that path with him until I realize maybe it's not working or I need to do something different. But as of now, he's learning the basic like foundation from them. I feel like they teach in such a wonderful way that's why we're doing that. My 4th grade niece that does school here is learning from my sister. So my sister does it with her, and then I do it with my older niece and my daughter. And then on Fridays, we do Bible as a group, so a family. So I'm going to go through with you guys what we are using for Bible. So on Mondays, we do school with Juliana, which is my 9th grade niece. So we do Bible with Abeka. Abeka is our main foundation curriculum, I would say, that we are using. So right now we are working through Moses. We've already worked through this for a few different years because they rotate so that you remember. And at first I was like, why are we doing the same ones? But I mean, even myself, I forget things. So having things on like a repeat is actually helpful. So they usually skip a year and then they kind of touch on some of the things they used in, 2 years prior to that, basically. But if you were interested in anything with Abeka for Bible, you do not have to follow their curriculum. You would just buy their flashcard book, and that is this book. Don't mind the ring glare on here. I'm sorry, it's getting dark outside. But this basically has all of the photos that go, not photos, they're illustrations that go with the actual lesson, and the lesson is in this here. Now I separate this, but this is usually inside here. So that is how this works. And it's literally a lesson. So you would read through, I've shared this on my channel, so I don't want to go too deep into this, but I read a lesson here until it goes to like the next lesson. And then it has some Bible passages that correlate with what you just read. So you get to read the actual lesson that they've written up and the Bible verses that go with what you just taught them, which I love. And then in the back of this, it has questions and answers that you can kind of discuss with your kiddos to make sure they're understanding it. And so we do that on Monday, or the first day. So Monday we do that. As they do that, when they're done or before they start, they work on their verse. Now I put together some verses. I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I'm sorry for those of you who have been on this channel and seen this before. But I've created verses. They're on little cards, and then I went ahead and I printed out these little notebooks with the same verse and some lines for them to do their copy work so that they can learn it. So they work on their verse. They have a few weeks for their verse usually to memorize it before they tell us what their verse is. And so that is Monday. So we've also been working on Window on the World and Operation World Prayer Resource. I've really been focusing on prayer this year. That is my main focus for Bible, is prayer, teaching the kids to look outside the box when praying and not to just have it like a habit forming, or not to have it a habit forming, but like to have them pray the same prayer. You know what I mean? I want them to really think about it, dig deep in their hearts, and find what they really want to pray about instead of just having it like a routine. So this book, we just started this actually. We've only done it for 2 weeks now, and we don't do it every day, but it touches on a different country and we read about it. It talks about their beliefs and it gives you different pointers on how to pray for them. So I thought that this would be a really great resource to add. Now this actually came with our My Father's World curriculum for geography, but I've just moved it into our Bible time because that's how I could fit it in, because our days are crazy. So I have to like manipulate things to make it work, which is great with homeschooling. You guys can do that. So that's what I've done. So I'm implementing this in that way. So that we work on Monday. And then that's basically what we do for Bible that day. And then on Tuesday, we do the same exact thing with Juliana, my 9th grade niece. Wednesdays, my nieces and my sister are not with us, so we school on our own. We school separately. And when we school separately on Wednesdays, did I not bring it in here? Oh, I did. So I purchased this Unearthing the Bible Science Shepherd. So this is basically Bible and a little bit of science, I would say, but it's by Science Shepherd, and you get a DVD with it, or you could stream it, I think, but I wanted the DVD because I could use it with the other kids or my son when he gets to this age. And so it just gives them proof on different findings that they have found, that archaeologists have found, that prove that the Bible is real, that the word is real, that God is real, that Moses walked back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. So we just started that. We've only been doing that a couple weeks as well, and we are loving it. So she has a little workbook that I have her answer some questions. I'm not too strict on that because I don't want Bible to be like a subject in school, but I thought that this would be kind of cool. So we went ahead and did that. So we do that on Wednesdays. I also have her go over her verse again. And then we actually, did I grab it? I did. I keep thinking I forgot everything. So last year we were working through the 10-minute Bible journey, and I was only doing this on Fridays, and I loved this. So we are continuing this on Wednesdays. You can see we don't have very much done. We're only here, but it's basically a short summary on different parts of the Bible. Where is it at? Let me get to where we're at here. So we are on 17 here, and this one is on the 10 terrible plagues devastate Egypt, which is kind of crazy because we are working through Moses right now, and this came up. So I thought that was kind of cool. So that's where we're at in here. So it just tells the story like in a little short story, and then it has a couple verses, and then it has like a wrap-up prayer that you can do, which also is kind of cool because we're working on prayer, so they could hear someone else's prayer to kind of see what they pray about and how they pray. And it's just really pretty in here. They have illustrations that are really nice. I've really enjoyed this book. That's why I had to continue it on through this year. So there's some illustrations, but we're doing this on Wednesdays as well. The last thing myself and my daughter do on Wednesdays is read the Left Behind series. I just started this last Wednesday, so we're only on the 2nd chapter. I want to say there's 6 or 10 books, something in between there. I can't remember, but I got the whole set. So we are reading the Left Behind series. I think it's really important for our kids to understand the end times as well as throughout the Bible. I think that the whole Bible is important to talk about and know about and instill those things in your kids without doing it in a fearful way. Do not make them afraid. It's more like hope, giving them hope in this world that we do get to see God. You know what I mean? So we've started reading the Left Behind series, so that I'm really enjoying. So then on Thursday, my niece is back with us. We kind of go through the routine again. We do our Abeka Bible lesson through here. We do our verse, and then we do our Windows of the World again. And then Friday rolls around, and Friday is group Bible. So I always love group Bible because we're all together. So what I'm reading through is this Hero Tales. Don't mind the air conditioning. I'm so sorry it's loud, but it's hot outside. So that's what you're gonna hear, and I'm so sorry. I'll try to be loud. So this is Hero Tales, a family treasury of true stories from the lives of Christian heroes. So basically, if you've read the Christian hero books, this just talks about some of the Christian heroes that those books are about. And what's really cool in here is, for instance, we just read about William and Catherine Booth and how they started the Salvation Army. And so within the little short story, it has different character traits. Like, for instance, it has creativity. And then it talks about how creativity was used, right, with them. And then it has some questions that you can go over, and that's really great for a conversation starter. We've really enjoyed that. Really great conversations come from it. Another one is boldness. So that is something we read about, and discipline. So I've really enjoyed this. I think the kids are enjoying it because they're talking a lot. They're involving themselves a lot. So I really love that. And this I also got from my Father's World's package when we did the geography. I included the Bible with it, but I'm putting it with our Bible with like a mixture of stuff. So it's not just my Father's World, but I'm really loving this. I'm hoping we get through this in our first semester of school because I have other Bible things I want to do. But we're really enjoying that. So another thing that we are working through, and I got this last year and just never got around to it, and I really wanted to read it this year. One of you mamas recommended this to me, as well as that 10-minute journey. So thank you again, Nancy. I really appreciate it because I love them, so thank you. But this is wonderful. Ancient Psalms Never Knew by Marty Makowski. This is really good. Again, we just started this 2 weeks ago. Like I said, did I say? I don't know, but we're trying to get in the rhythm of stuff. I'm trying to fit things where they best fit, you know what I mean? Like, schedule out everything so it works. And so this is all about Psalms, and it starts off with a little boy and his grandfather. When I purchased this book and it got mailed to me, it's like wrinkled. I don't understand why, but it is. But it talks about a story, and then it starts going into Psalms. So it kind of breaks down each Psalm, and it has questions. So this is the story. This is just getting into it with the grandfather and the grandson, and they're going to work through the book of Psalms together. So once they talk about that, it goes into the first book of Psalms. So this is it here. So it actually has the psalm, and then it has like a breakdown that talks about it. So once you've finished reading the psalm, it comes to a section where it says a closer look. And there it'll have some questions and things you can talk about with your kid. And I love that, you guys. The kids have actually really enjoyed this. We read the psalm together. We talk about it to make sure they understand. They break it down pretty well through here too to kind of help. But it's so pretty. So I really wanted to tell you guys something that's kind of cool. I mean, I think it's cool. So a few weeks back, I want to say 3 weeks ago, I went to Burlington, and they have a section where you can buy like journals and calendars and things like that. And I always love their journals there. So I'm like, Christmas is coming. Maybe I'll get a few journals just in case I want to gift them to anybody, just to have, you know, even if it's not for Christmas, just something to send to someone or give someone something special. So I picked up 3 of them. I'll show you one of them that I picked up. So this is one of them that I picked up. Okay. It's so pretty. You guys, this was like $5.99 or $3.99? It was really cheap. It has a zipper here. I'll show you the inside. I won't share what my daughter wrote in there, but it has these lined papers in here, and then it has verses down here at the bottom. So I don't know. I really thought that it was really pretty. So I picked up 3 different ones, not knowing. I just picked them up to pick them up. So fast forward 3 weeks, and we started this. And as I'm reading it, it says, you know, that you can use, if you have a journal or if you'd like to journal, you could journal about the Psalms in a journal, like to kind of keep track of what you've learned, what you've talked about, things like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 3 journals. I didn't tell the girls, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll be right back. So I came into the room and I grabbed the 3 journals, which are very different. And I walked out and I put them behind my back and I just told them, you know, which one to pick. And I gave them whichever one, because I like had them stacked in like this. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, so I handed them out to them. And it was a perfect amount. 3 Bible journals to go along with this. Does it sound like a big deal? I don't know. It did to me when I did it. I was like, what are the odds that I would have 3 Bible journals perfectly to go with this for the 3 girls or the 3 kids that I was teaching it to? So I don't know. I just felt like, oh, maybe God had me, like, you know, maybe that was the voice in my head telling me to get 3 of these. I don't know if that's how it works, but I felt like that's what it was. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool just to share with you guys, you know, just lean towards listening to that voice in your head when it's good. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't even know where that went. Okay, so we are using that on Fridays and I love it. And I'm praying we can get through the whole thing because I really am enjoying it and I know the kids are. Something else that we are working through is this Rose book of Bible charts and maps and timelines. Sorry, I said that wrong. I've had this for years. I use it for myself. I research in it. It has all different types of maps, all different types of all different types of charts. I really have loved this. So we're just using, see, it has all this. I think I shared this in a video a long time ago, like when I first started my channel. But what we are using this for is years ago, I found this Bible timeline online. You can find it if they're still around. It's BibleStoryPrintables.com. So hopefully you can still find it. But this is what it looks like. And then I printed it out and bound it years ago because I wanted to use this years ago. And it has these pictures. So like creation day 1, creation day 2, all the way to 7, the fall of man. So it has photos and like a place to write your timeline. So I use the timeline chart out of here and I go over it with the kids in here and we just talk about it. I find the verse that talks about it in the Bible if I can. And so we're working on our timeline. I printed this out, I want to say 2 years ago, and we never used it. So I'm like, we have to implement this year. So this is something we're using for group as well. Something else we're using for group Bible time is our character development cards. I found these on Pinterest for free. So I went ahead and I printed them out and then I cut them and laminated them. It's on appreciation. It talks about honesty, empathy, stuff like that. And then so it has like a question, right? So for determination, it says never giving up no matter what. A determined person decides to do something and then does it. And then so we talk about it. Or some of them have questions. Generosity is the desire to give what you have to others. Generous people are not selfish. They want to help those in need and are always willing to share. So then we talk about how have you been generous? What could you do to be generous? Things like that. Who do you know that's generous? Who has been generous to you? Stuff like that. So I think that these cards are pretty cool. I picked up these rings from the Dollar Tree, so that's cool because you get like a set of them. They have all different sizes. So what I'm going to do is I don't know if this is pinned already on my Pinterest account, but if you guys don't follow me on Pinterest, I'll leave my name down here so you can find me. And then you can find these and I'll just put them under maybe character traits or something like that, or Bible character traits. It's not really Bible, but I don't know. So I'll put them somewhere. You guys will find them. So I'll put those there if you guys want them. Again, I gave you the website for the timeline. So something else that we use is the Bible characters booklet here that I created. Anytime we work on a new person from the Bible, I have the kids write about them in their Bible character book. For instance, here is one on John the Baptist. So once we read about John the Baptist and they learn about him, that's when they will fill out this journal page. This is what this is for. So this isn't used every day, every week. It just depends. Like once we get through Moses, the whole series, I think we have 3 books to read for him. Once we get through that, that is when I will have them find Moses in their Bible character booklet and they will write about it there. If you guys are interested in having one of these, they are free on my website, so you can find that. I'll put my website, no, I think it's down in the description box, so make sure you guys check out the description box. You can find my website there and you can see the free Bible supplements that I have there if any of you guys are interested. I think that's it. So that's basically how we're implementing Bible into school. We're really enjoying it so far. I like kind of mixing it up because I love Becca's curriculum because it's so Bible based. So it's really teaching you about the stories in the Bible. But I also wanted to like bring in some devotionals and some Christian heroes and stuff. So that's why I'm kind of working around it instead of being like, oh my gosh, I have to get through the whole Becca curriculum this year. I really don't. So I'm adding things into it, but I still love it and I'm still keeping it in our curriculum because we as a family have learned so much through Becca's curriculum. But that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know if you guys are using any type of Bible supplements or curriculums that you guys really enjoy that maybe I can add in, maybe not this year because you guys see what I have going on here. And I have more that I have to add in at the second quarter or in the second quarter. But if you guys know of anything, let me know down in the comments. I love to know about new things that I have not seen. Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys, be safe, be blessed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars,